Hi, I'm going to try and do a quick Lakeland scene. I was going to say clean water, but that's a bit dirty. I'm just learning to compress my files. It's all new to me. I'm not very literate on a computer, but it's taking so long to upload to YouTube some of these videos, 2-3 hours some of them, but our friend Alan Owen has told me that he uses Handbrake. Now I've never heard of anything like this, and it compresses the files by about 2/3. So I'm doing this one, having just spoken to him, and if you haven't watched any of his videos yet, Alan Owen, watercolours. He's a lovely man, and I hope I can be as kind to you as he has been to me. And I include Steve Cronin in this because they're very generous with their help. But then we're not in competition with each other. There's 7-8 billion people on the planet, aren't there? And just me, Stephen and Alan, the three musketeers. But he uses this program. Now a quick Lakeland scene. I just draw it in rough. So let's just put in this raw sienna. Just get it in the water at the bottom here. You need to make sure it's wet, otherwise disaster. We'll just put in a bit of cloud on there, a cloud cover. So red and blue. Right, that'll do. I want to get this out of the way quite quickly so that I can go and practice my new skill. We convert an MOD file to an MP4. I don't know what that means, by the way. I don't want to. I'm not trying to impress you. So, well, that's a nice one. We'll go in with some distant blue. And then we'll come down with darker bit there. Down to the horizon. And nice and dark, this one here. Bit of lemon yellow in there, I think. So we'll go across on the horizon here. Now, the reflections are sort of going in the paper because of the wet paper. We'll just get that all nice and wet, and we'll just get some of that down there. And that blue at the back. That wet. There's a bit of red in there, so I want to show that in the I'll just re-clip keep the paper flat. You don't need to stretch this paper. Now while we're at it, we'll get some darker paint, and we'll put some of that burnt sienna, soften it a bit, blue, burnt sienna, yellow, bit of red. We want it quite stiff. I'm trying to get some nice thick paint here, but I want it warm, so let's just right. Done this loads of times. It's such a pot boiler, but everyone comes out different. Just bring the reflection down. Nice, and I'm using 3 primaries, red, blue and yellow. And then yeah, you see the brush is getting very clumpy. But the hake is a devilish brush to get used to, but when you do, it's very, very rewarding. Bit of yellow in there, just makes it just a bit different. I'll do some rocks, because I've seen we've been doing a lot of rocks lately, but they're great fun to do. I'll put a bit of a bank in here. Okay, just to get that straight there. Yellow in there. Just trying to reproduce fairly faithfully what is above. Okay, I can lift out some of that. I want to put in a bit of detail in that background now, so a bit of blue in that, but not too dark. So we can, we've got several sort of peaks here, so let's just go over that. And that's just a little bit obvious, isn't it? So I'll just bring this over here. Now some bits of tree things. I'm just sort of making this up there. Now I want some, I've lost that dark edge there. So let's just go back here and just put some of that in. Sorry if I'm asking you. Okay, well while that's a bit done, we can just flick in a few bits of tree branch. Oh, it's a bit big. Okay, so now we're going to put in some banks across here. Well, some nice warm. Nice warm colours in this foreground. And dark, warm, because I can put in some rocks, some grasses. I'm not using any Payne's grey, just a bit of a beach here. It's worth practicing these, because when you've got the hang of it, you can do all sorts of versions of it. Look, just put in some bits of rock, grasses, I'm not going to put a great big tree in. Like a lot of my paintings, it becomes a cliche, doesn't it? So a bit of dark, and we can soak up some grass. No, just use a bit of the brush here. And then I can just flick it down, and I can put in, I'll find something to put in there in a minute. Right, let's clean the brush. I'm just going to dry that. Take your headphones off if you're listening on headphones. Probably a bit muddy, but I'm trying to get this done quickly because I'm anxious to get and try this MP4 thing, whatever that means. Right, let's just take a little bit out of that. Just a way of showing where one bit stops and another bit starts. Here. And while I'm at it, I'll just loosen a bit of this. Just a bit of a sail. Just okay. See if we can get a bit more out of that. It's still a bit muddy underfoot. That's better. There's several of them. Can only do this against the dark, of course. Otherwise it won't show. Oops. Another one here. Put in some detail here. I can put a bit of a house, just a bit of interest, a bit of a boathouse, so let's just one come down here. It's a bit of a boathouse. Okay. Just right, okay. That'll do. Let's put in some work now with the rigger. Just I'll use some burnt umber, I think. Burnt umber and blue. It was all lovely and soft earlier, so I did a video with the rocks, the usual that I've been doing lately, the North Wales type scenes, mountain scenes. I know this is a bit hurried, but this is by way of an experiment on YouTube in uploading. Well, I thought maybe we will put a bit of a tree in. Burnt umber and blue. Blue is quicker to say than ultra. Good. Then yeah. Bring the hairs together. I'll put out a lot of blue on my palette. I'm running out of paint now. I've just ordered it. Just had delivery of 2 tubes. Right, let's just put it here. Right, I'm going to dry my hake and smash it up a bit and dab it in the blue and the brown and put some stipple on these autumn leaves. Just a bit of them here. So all this accomplished without recourse to Payne's grey. Let's get some darker ones. Right, I'll just put some rigorous strokes in there for some twigs, then that'll be about it. But, just connecting up the dots really. I've got to have some leaves going to them. Right, there's some stuff in here. Right, that'll do. I'll give that a bit of a signature. I hope I'm not masking it. Right, I reckon, oh, we've got some blobby bits on there, so let's put some beads on those. Okay, I'll put it in a mount, always a good measurement. Where's my tape? Lost my tape. Well, there we are. It's a bit muddy. It's not very clean around here, I must admit. But it'll look all right on the computer. Let's zoom in. So we've got our mountains. Another mountain and a blue mountain in the distance there. Come across here. There's my water. A couple of some boat sheds. And the foreground. Just that very roughly, quickly done beach and a tree. Is there anything I can do to improve that? I'll tell you what I can do. I'll just zoom out a little bit. I can just get the hake, clean hake, and just with a nice sharp edge, just go across it here and there. It just looks, well, I hope it looks just like something's hit the water. There, it's sort of moved the paint a bit now. But anyway, might be better if you use the inch brush, because the inch brushes, the bristles stay where you put them, more or less. So let's just clean it out a bit. That's better. The same here. That'll do, no more than that. Okay, let's straighten you up, zoom out, sort of Lake District scene. I call it Lake District. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.